I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, then I just paid this yesterday, and it's right back in here. Been a big adjustment for me and my husband, because we got our 7-year-old goddaughter, Gloriana. We got her through DSS, so she is ours. Right. And she brings one more piece of paper home for a fundraiser.
Just if it's all right.
Fundraisers. Yeah. Now it's a special day. She got to be dressed this way, and it's not nothing she got in the closet. You got to go buy that one.
Right.
So finances. You know, then you say, Lord have mercy, I got to buy that outfit for her, got to do that fundraiser, and Lord knows I got to get over there to that church and pay them tithes and offerings. Right? Our family. When you talk about family, it's just not your biological family. Here's your other family.
Right.
So, you know, at church, you have your friends and what's your name, sweetheart?
Eunice.
Sister Eunice. I just told Sister Eunice all my stuff, and Sister Eunice like, I don't want to hear that because I just got to go back home. but that's my sister in Christ.
Right.
So now I just dump my stuff on her, and because she cares about me, now she's stressed out about my stuff. Is that an actual problem for her? No, it's my actual problem, but it's a potential for her because she just took that on, and now because I gave her something, I have impacted her life. Health concerns. Whether it's your health concern, whether it's your husband or your significant other, whether it's your children. Like you say, your children are always your children.
Right.
I got one that's sharp. He called me and had a cold. What should I take? I said, is your wife laying next to you? That's who you need to be asking. Is your wife next to you? You know, the health concern of your parents, because I'm getting older, my mom's getting older, my dad has passed away, but before he passed away, you know, I was worried about him. He never let me go to the doctor with him because I asked too many questions. You know, that's our job. Yeah, he told me he wished I was a fireman, so the only way he had to talk to me was if his house caught on fire. I was like, well, guess what?
I'm here.
I'm here.
That's right.
So he wouldn't let me go to the doctor. My stepmom would call me and say, your daddy has an appointment. And he would be in the room and I'd knock on the door because the doctor knew I was coming. And I would walk in and he'd be like, oh, Lord, here she comes. That's right. Body images and appearance. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that 7-year-old in my house, I don't go to the gym. I done gained about 10 pounds. And every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, girl, you out of control. And I'm going to the gym tomorrow. Who knows when my tomorrow came? It ain't here yet. Can somebody help me find tomorrow?
We understand.
Social acceptance. And I think this is one of the hardest things for Christians. Because as Christians, we know how we should act, right? So you got Christian friends, it's easy to hang out with them because they're going to say the right things, they're going to do the right things. It's easy to hang out with them. It's these over here that you trying to help come to the Lord. That say the ugly words that you should say. Don't say them ugly words, but you don't say the other ugly words because you still want them to be your friends. Because you want them to still accept you. Major stressor. I'm just talking about me. Okay? I put this here last because out of all of that stuff, this last one is actually the first one. Our personal relationship with God. Because as we go out throughout the day and we do certain things, we think certain things, at least me, I always have in the back of my mind, is God really proud of what I just thought? Is God really proud that I didn't tell my friend to stop cursing?
That's a stress.
That's major stress. Okay. So let's talk about fight or flight. So those of us who are in the medical profession, we heard about fight or flight, and that's your body's response to stress, and it tells you whether it's okay, it's a stressor, but don't worry about it, you're going to be okay. Or, oh Lord, you better go. As we experience stressful situations, there are parts in our brains that actually secrete certain hormones. So there's a hormone called adrenaline that the part in our brain, the adrenal medulla, secretes. So now the body we see it or we perceive it. The brain starts sending some signals and releasing all these hormones. The adrenaline hormone prepares our body for the fight or flight response. But it has two other hormones that help it, the GABA and the cortisol. So cortisol is going to partner with adrenaline, and cortisol is it's released as a response to stress. So GABA is over here, he's a little chill. Cortisol is like, hey, don't you see that fire coming this way? Don't you need to run? Okay. So then GABA still, he's so laid back. Cortisol is like, let me just get rid of GABA so we can get up out of here.
Okay.
If cortisol and adrenaline are always active, can you imagine what we're like? We already got GABA kind of even us out. But if we got somebody that's always You're always excited and always ready to run and stuff. So again, adrenaline, when adrenaline is released because of stress. But what adrenaline does, in order for us to get it moving and stuff, something has to tell our bodies that it's time to move.
Okay.
So the adrenaline actually, during that release, when adrenaline is released, the brain signals the blood supply to go to our major muscle groups. Makes sense, right?
Right.
Because then we got to run.
Right.
We might not run as fast as we used to, but we get out the way, right? The heart beats faster. Heart beats faster.
That's right.
Your breathing gets, you start breathing faster. And do you know why you got to have blood supply? Because that's where your oxygen is going to come from. So as the blood is circulating throughout the body, you have blood that has all the oxygen, and then the blood that's already been there, it's got to go back to the heart. So that's why when you look at textbooks, you see red blood, you see the blue blood. One of those bloods has all the oxygen in it, and then the other blood don't have no oxygen in it, because that's that continuous cycle. Okay? So again, it's going to release the blood supply, so it should tell us what we need to fight. Now, fight ain't always put your dudes up, okay? So I want y'all to think that. I want y'all to go back and tell the pastor I said, it's time to fight or flight. Okay? So I just put a little cartoon thing up there because I'm, wanted us to kind of get it in our minds. So fight doesn't mean put your dudes up. It means sometimes you gotta just stay in your ground. You just gotta, that's the fighting part, just stay in your ground. And defend your position. Sometimes close your ears, First Lady. You do have to do that, right? Yeah. But you gotta preserve yourself, right? Sometimes you just gotta get away. So I got one sister. Well, I actually got two sisters. I'm that one that if we get in a situation, they tell me I try to use my education and my big words to talk myself out. That's my fight part. I ain't never been able to beat nobody up in all my life.
Right.
So I'm going to fight you with words. Other rascals rather put the dukes up.
That's balance.
Then I got one sister, she don't want to deal with none of it. So she gonna run. She fighting all the time. You already know about that. She fighting all the time. She'll start the fights, but then she gone.
We're gonna have a conversation.
So fight means give away, retreat, discard, remove yourself. Forced to give up or move on. Okay. So, there are acute, again that's a medical terminology, all it means is a short term, okay, or chronic. So if you're in a hospital or you go to the doctors and they say you're having an acute bout of something, that means they think it's a short term or it's a new one. If they say it's something chronic, then they've been watching that the whole time, okay, for a while. So some of the acute or short term effects of stress is dizziness. Anybody ever get dizzy? Whenever you get stressed out? Your heart beat racing or palpitations or rapid breathing. Headache. So whoever heard of a tension headache? Oh, yeah. Your body's response to stress, right? Because 9 times out of 10, if your head is hurt, you go check that blood pressure. And that blood pressure is high as well, right?
De-stressing activities.
Journaling. So, the composition books that I gave y'all, you can start using that. I'm one of those people that I tried journaling. That stressed me out a little bit more. Now I got to remember to go write something in the book.
Right.
And then I found myself, it was 4 days later, and I couldn't think what happened the first day that I missed it. So, but a lot of people do journaling, and they do find it helpful. So feel free to use those books as that. Prayer,
Yeah. Always good.
always good.
Always.
You know, some people get caught up in prayer. They think Christians just pray when they get up out of bed, when they go to bed, when they eat food. Christians talk to the Lord all day. You don't have to be on your knees with your eyes closed to pray to the Lord.
Right.
You know, can be walking, can be driving. Now, if you're driving, please don't close your eyes and pray to the Lord. Don't do that. Relaxation activities. So whatever activities you can do to make you relax, you know, they have, one of my friends said, she does the adult coloring books.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I cousin that loves
stress.
it. I do.
That's stress.
Different. She said stress reliever.
Oh, okay. All right. You know, for some people, walking is a relaxation activity.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Whatever your relaxing activity is, that's being self-aware. Figure out what that is. And what I would do is take the composition book and write some things in there. To actually say, when I'm stressed, here's what I'm going to start working on. Now, you're not going to check your list every time. Okay? Because then you're going to be stressed out. Because then you got to do number 1, number 2, 3, 4. We talk a lot about this at work. Work-life balance. Or your work-family balance. And that's really hard. That's really hard as women. That's really hard. Because again, what do we think? We think we got to take care of everybody. Right? So you go to work, you're taking care of people there. You come home, you're taking care of people there. So it's just finding that balance. What is that balance for you? Because again, the balance is going to be for you, specifically for you. Okay? Sleep. How much sleep do we really get? I looked up some stuff from the Sleep Foundation just to see what their recommendation was for how many hours we should sleep. So for preschoolers, and those are for kids from 3 to 5, they should be getting 10 to 13 hours of sleep.
Say what? We ain't even home 10 to 13 hours a day.
That's what Sleep Foundation says. We know.
Sometimes, some break.
That's worse in the summertime. They don't want to go to sleep in the summertime. Okay, for school-age children, and that's from 6 to 13, they should be getting 9 to 11 hours of sleep. Teenagers between the ages of 14 to 17, they should be getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Young adults, and that's between the age of 18 and 25, they should be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Adults, so that's ages 26 to 64, we should be getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And 65 plus should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This morning when I woke up, and I got a god sister that's a preacher. She always talking about, the Lord will wake you up and tell you stuff. I'm like, early in the morning, girl, the Lord wake you up and tell you stuff when it's time to talk to people. Well, this morning the Lord woke me up. I'm like, it's Saturday morning. And it ain't even 7 o'clock. What am I doing up? I ain't got to be over there shepherd way till later on the day. But, you know, I had told the stuff to pastor and said we were going to talk about Bible verses. And the Bible verse that came to my mind was the 23rd Psalm. I'm like, Lord, why is that? Why are you telling me? Go and look at that Bible verse. And then, you know, I Googled it. I had my Bibles open. I had the Message, the English Standard, the Christian. I had about 4 Bibles around me because I'm trying to figure out, well, what you trying to tell me? Then I Googled it, clicked on this first thing, and this is what popped up. The Lord is my shepherd. That's our relationship with God. He's our shepherd. He protects us. He provides for us. He comforts us. I shall not want. That's our supply, right? He supplies our every need. Now, that's a need. Sometimes we get mad with God because we want some stuff. We don't pray to God about that thing we want. And God knows we don't need it because there is a need. There's a difference between need and want.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell my 7-year-old. You want all this stuff for Christmas? You bought all that stuff that you wanted for Christmas. And every time I sit on that toy box to talk to her, somebody in there is singing, and I can't figure out who it is. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. That's rest. But think about it. It's green pastures. It's just not anywhere. Green pastures. It's beautiful. It's soft. When you think about green pastures, what else do you think about? What's that?
I'm sorry. I send them nasty cows. I just, but I get it.
He leads me beside the still water.
Yeah.
That's how I worship. Okay? He restoreth my soul. That's all about healing. And again, sometimes healing takes place with it. Right? Okay. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness. That's guidance, because he's telling us how to live.
Yeah.
Right? For his name's sake. So that's our purpose in life, right? Because we're Christians. We have some of his name, right? So we're supposed to actually represent him. Okay? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. So that's our testing, our trials and our tribulation. It ain't all about dying, but you know, when you're in that valley, that ain't a good place to be, right? So you're down. Anytime you're in that valley, you're down in something, right? That's our testing. I will feel no evil. Why? Because he's protecting us, right? For thou art with me. That's faithfulness, because you got to believe that he's going to be there, right? Thy staff and rod, they comfort me. I got right here, and I talked about discipline.
Right.
Oh my God. Discipline. He said, read on, child. I said, okay, Lord. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemy. That's hope, right? Because after all the things that we actually go through, you know, sometimes he shows. Sometimes we go through things, and I know Pastor done talk to y'all about this. Sometimes we go through things, it ain't for us. It ain't for us. We can't see it because we're going through it, but it ain't for us. It's for somebody else. It's for somebody, his glory to be shown to somebody else. Because that somebody else might not have the right relationship for him to directly talk to them, right? Okay. Thou anointest my head with oil. That's consecration. My cup runneth over. That's abundance. And when we think about it, even when them bills come every day, that's just at my house, y'all. I don't know about y'all house.
They come.
But even though when they come, we still have. You know? We still have. When you turn on the TV and you see those people in Puerto Rico that's drinking dirty water, that don't have electricity, we get it. I got it this morning. Talk about me, because I always talk about me. And I flipped that light switch because that Duke Energy bill came the other day and we paid it. That's abundance. You know, when we think about abundance, we think about, oh, I got to have all this. I got to have a big car. I got to have the big house. I got to have the finest clothes. I got to have this. But if you got a car, or maybe you don't have a car, maybe your daughter got a car, your cousin got a car, or somebody has a car. That's abundance. And I think sometimes we get so wrapped up, social acceptance. We get so wrapped up in what society says we should have that we forget we already got it. We got everything, you know why? Because our Father has it all. Right? Okay. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. That's our blessing. Right? That's a blessing. Because sometimes we get blessed. Let me say, sometimes I get blessed. And when I look back at the blessing, I didn't deserve it, or I thought I didn't deserve it. Because in my mind, they were what I thought God wanted me to do. But he blessed me anyway. And I would dwell in the house of the Lord. That's security. When you dwell in God's house, when you dwell in his presence, again, he protects us when we don't even know we're being protected, right? Okay? And how long should we dwell in his house? Forever. And that's our eternity. Okay? So, just remember, you're beautifully created by God, and you're too blessed to be stressed. I have this in my office. And when I get too stressed out at work, I look out at it. So keep that in mind. Thank you for having me here today and let me be part of your conference. God bless you. You pray for me, and I'll pray for you.